I know, man. I know being a dad and being involved in these communities, it's a lot of work. But before we get ahead of ourselves, I'm just going to count us down. Three, two, one, and we are live. B52, the man behind Faker Magazine, bro. Like, what a fucking cool idea.
For sure. Thank you.
Um, let's start with where you grew up.
Grew up Southern California, Inland Empire, and the city's Fontana. We're about like an hour outside of LA, so we're like more inland. But we got LA right here, Orange County, San Diego, so we're just a little bit inland, but we're like an hour away from the big cities in California, but right there in SoCal, so that's where we grew up. Where I grew up.
That's crazy, man. You're like surrounded by like skaters.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Growing up was you just go around, you'll see a spot, you're like, hey, I seen that in a skate video. Like, oh man, let's go skate it. Like, so it's kind of cool.
That's fucking inspiring, man. That'll definitely get you outside and on a
Huh.
boat for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that segues right into the next how your environment influenced skating in your life. So I can't even imagine what went down when you were growing up.
We just, we had a group of friends and whatever we had around us, we skated. Like if there was like a park, like not even a skate park, it was just a park like basketball courts. So if there was like a little gap right there, a grass gap, we'll skate that. And there's a park right there, the baseball field with some ledges or a little bench, we'll go skate that. So anything we kind of had, and then there's elementary school, we'll go and skate that. Like we only whatever we had, we skated. So there wasn't too many skate parks. So I kind of just whatever that was built around us, like we will skate that, like ledges or whatever. So whatever that was in our surroundings, that's what I grew up skating. Just simple like ledges and stairs. Nothing too crazy handrails. They were there, but I wouldn't touch those. I wouldn't jump down and say like an eight stair or something or handrails. Like I don't know, too sketchy for me. Like couldn't do it.
That's crazy. So were you exposed to a lot of, I guess, photography happening then? What was that going on around you? Why a fake skate magazine? I think it's the fucking coolest idea, a Faker magazine. But what, like, I mean, there people are either just skating or, putting together like trucks and this and that. But the this is great.
Yeah, it's so funny. I explained this like I think 2 years ago. I had like a one interview too a while back. Shout out to J Rock. I was on console. I was when Skater XL first released. It's probably like a month into the game. I think I was skating downtown LA with like the little curved handrails, and then I was doing like a backside nose blunt, and then I was just trying to get the right keyframes or like the right shot, and
Yeah.
then I got a little front view right there where I was like going backside nose blunt. I was like, dude, that looked dope as like a magazine cover or something. Then I was just like, man, I'm gonna start a magazine right now, and then I'm gonna just ask the homies to send us some clips, and then it just all worked out. Like yeah, that's how it started. I was like, oh, I'm gonna start a magazine, and just hit up all the homies, whoever is down to send in some clips, and then we just kind of started from there, just featuring, have little spot checks and little interviews, and so we just kind of started there like 2 years ago. So I'm pretty stoked on it, how it started, and all the love we're getting, and we're just still trying to hold on right now. There's a lot, there's a lot of new publications out there, but we're just, that's when it started, like back 2 years ago.
That's pretty cool. Did you collect actual Thrasher magazine at all, or
Oh yeah. I was subscribed to Slap. I had Transworld, Thrasher. Yeah, I was a big fan of all of them.
you knew
Uh-huh.
you were doing when you put issues together because you've been exposed to the real thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, probably that's why your stuff sticks out so much because it resonates like a real fake skate, like a real magazine, a real skate magazine.
Yeah. Trying.
You know,
Yeah.
you have to do it differently because we're in this digital uh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right? In this digital community, so you have to really change the way you're doing it. And the way you're doing it on Instagram, the way you put up video parts on YouTube, all of that stuff is really cool, and it's kind of integrated the way that we're able to touch on all
Oh,
different types of media, right? So I think the first time I saw any of your stuff would definitely be on YouTube. Was
oh no.
yeah, was a video on YouTube, and I was like, yo, already? Because I thought it would take a while, but everybody really just kind of like delving in and go because like what was holding me back from this podcast was, oh, I don't have all the equipment, but that's not an excuse anymore.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you just got to start doing shit, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Like so like when you decided to do the magazine, did you have any programs and stuff like that, or did you just like literally start using your phone and
Literally on my phone. Like you had editing software, put little videos together, throw a logo, and I'm just freestyling too. Like I kind of knew a little bit how to do all this stuff, but then I kind of just learned as I went. And then a lot of people in the community helped too. So Faker's like it's kind of a collective, so a lot of people help also. So it's not just me, but you kind of just learn as you go. Like, you're gonna just learn and progress. So it was just fun at the time. And it was we started like, during the pandemic too, like right after when the like over here in March and then the summer in 2019, I believe, or 2020.
yeah.
So everybody's kind of in the house, just playing video games. So we all we made our own community. Like, so that's what Skater Excel brought everybody together. It was like a skateboarding community. I was like, oh, like I'm back in the community and now. Like I haven't been skating in like 10 plus years. And then but then this game brought us back. And then I was like, oh yeah, like man, this is like me in high school again. Like, oh, this is a community, all the homies are all cool and sending clips. So I don't know, it's like so cool, like it just brings us back to a little, teenage years and like, when I was skating a lot, like, wow, this is that same vibe. So it was really cool. It got everybody back together with skateboarding and got me more hyped on it. And I was like, oh yeah, it's so cool. Ended up doing some little stuff here and there. Like, it just happened so fast, but I'm so blessed though. Like, and everybody, it's such a community. So it's really cool.
It's amazing that you've transitioned over to real merchandise because it's one of the things that really got my attention when I started getting involved in the fake skate community was the fact that people were turning this fake skate stuff into real product. And it's fucking crazy when you're walking down the street and you see somebody Faker Magazine fucking t-shirt instead of
Yeah.
and like that speaks something, right? That means a lot
Yeah.
because you had DGK starting a session team,
Oh yeah.
right? And you can see that like when bigger companies and like whatever are kind of swooping in and
Yeah.
becoming a part of whatever, it means that there's money involved. And so it means that people in the community really need to like get together and act.
Yeah.
And one of the things that is so awesome is like seeing teams get pulled together, and sometimes every week they're coming out with video parts because they're taking it seriously. They're
Hmm.
not like, oh, just send me, shit whenever you got. It's like, no, no, I'm gonna need clips times a week. We're gonna be uploading fucking Wednesdays, Fridays, blah blah blah. And like you kind of got to regime yourself like that. But I wanted to touch on how being a dad and probably having a full-time job and then also doing this passion project because that's what it is essentially for guys like us is it's a passion project. So
Yeah.
what do you find that balance like? Because I don't find it easy. It's not
It's
easy.
really tough. This year, I guess I started going back to work in the beginning of the year, so my schedules is like way different from when I first started Faker. So at the beginning of this year, I started working like first shift. So then I'll get home like around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So then once I get home, okay, I'm watching kids a little, and then whenever I had a little free time, I'll just hop on. I'll play some video games, try to get whatever clips I can, or when I can. Sometimes I'll grab like 2, 3 clips. And like, okay, I'm cool for the day. So just like every day, like I'll try to stack a clip or two, and then whenever I have the chance to, then like on the weekends, I'm like, okay, let me try to edit something, put it together. But every time, like anytime we have a little free time, that's when I try to get on, get some clips. But yeah, it's just about balancing it out. And shout out to my wife and the kids. They sometimes let me just go and do my thing, but
Right.
we all got to sacrifice a little because my wife, she puts up with me a lot too. Like like it's hard when we're doing it. We're like, oh man. So it's about sacrificing and just like being patient with each other and just finding the right time. But
Yeah.
sometimes it could consume you because it did in the beginning. Man, it was like really hard. Like it took a lot of sacrificing and it was just a lot. Like
Yeah, no,
Literally, like almost blood, sweat, and tears. Like it was really tough.
you got to reconfigure all your time, right? Because you find out that you have this like crazy fucking passion for this thing, and you want to be
Yeah,
involved because it means something to you, and you feel like that you are making a difference and you are making an impact because you know you're getting love, you're getting people commenting, people are going out of the way to share, they're sending you shit. Um,
yeah,
you know that's what really hit me. It was like, whoa, this is real. People are like sending me things.
hmm
It's like it's bigger than me at this point, right? So
yeah,
it's something that like the community, you know, when they pitch in on, it's you want to put your time into it, but again, you know, you have a family, you have a job, all these other things. So it's the same.
yeah,
I've been really fortunate so far. Every episode, my wife has been able to take my son out, or we've been able to schedule the shoot when he's an hour after he's in bed, so I can make a lot of noise. He's not going to wake up. He's a heavy sleeper,
yeah.
but you know, one day
hmm
something happen. It's gonna be like we're running around. So
My kids running around right now. They woke up a little early. I'm like, oh, keep them inside right now. I'm in the garage. Like, let me get a little time here. Like, okay, but
yeah, no, it's all good. I get it. So I wanted to ask, when you're putting an issue together, what maybe some of your creative processes or what you look for in a feature or a skater?
So the last one we had was Biggie. I mean, just someone that kind of just has it already. Like I'm looking for them. They're like up and coming, and then like they're putting out real good like video parts. I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. His filming's good, and then he's like an interesting person to like let me go talk to this guy. So kind of just if they have the whole thing, they take good pictures and they look like an interesting person, and then they're from like another country. Like I would never think I'll speak to somebody from France, and
And
so it's just I don't know. Somebody I haven't really worked on too many issues, but like every once in a while I'll throw away like an interview issue or a little get to know. And
I saw
so
one
the
of
last one, yeah, Biggie caught my eye because he joined one of our challenges. I was like, I'm gonna holler at Biggie. Like he's interesting. He's coming up, and so just whoever kind of catches my eye, like I don't, just whoever's on the come up, and that's interesting right now. Like
I
I'll
feel
put
good
them on.
about your answer because that's kind of how I pick my guests. It's the same thing. It's like whoever's kind of doing their thing and
Uh-huh.
you know they're involved, they're positive, and they're doing something different that catches my eye. That's you know is a little bit skewed from what you see a lot of it, and you know it's impossible to get to everybody.
Yeah, it's really tough. Yeah,
I can't imagine what your DMs look like. People, oh, I did this and check this out, and like I can only
yeah,
imagine. And like as much as you want to, again, it's this home life balance along with
yeah,
the community, but it's also it's impossible to get to everybody.
yeah. It's tough. It's just, I mean, I try. I'm like super open. This magazine was it was really for everybody. It wasn't just for me, Faker. Like it's for everybody. That's why I have like little features like, oh, if you want to join, we could feature you in 10 clips, no BS. We got weekend spotlight features. Like if you got clips, okay, let us know. Like we're really open. Like we're like, hey, if you want to be featured, let me know. Like, and then we have challenges. So I really try to get everybody involved. And I'm here to like just kind of put a light on everybody. Like whoever's doing it. Like it's about just having fun and just spotlighting everybody and, make everybody feel like they're part of a community. So that's what I'm big on community. Like I really want everybody to just kind of come together and like, let's just have fun and,
Yeah,
just, it's fun, you know what I'm
the
saying?
overall theme so far with all my guests have been, you know, the importance of community involvement is like above everything else. It's
Oh
like
yeah. Mm-hmm.
maps. It doesn't matter if you're just putting out, you know, daily content.
Yeah.
Um, you know, even Buttergrind, who like he skates hard. He's always putting out issues, or he's always putting out video parts and stuff like that. But like he takes a lot of feedback into account of like where to skate next,
Yeah.
kind of like what people want to see. He's like somebody who pays attention, right? And it makes a huge difference because you kind of get a spotlight of your own when you cater to what's going on out there. And I mean, there's no other reason to do it, right?
Yeah.
It,
Uh,
it
it's a
only
cool. Yeah.
exists because of what's you know it only exists because of what people are doing already.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if everybody's all into like fake skating, they're gonna really pay attention, and there's people that'll stand out, but it's all about having fun. But yeah, it's true. Like, you know, it wouldn't work without the community. Like everybody's so talented, and but this whole community is so talented. Like everybody's good. video maker, you get a map maker, you make mods. So it's like it's a collective like, and then everybody have their little cliques and groups and stuff. Like, oh, this is their team and their team, and then but it gets there's that little toxicity, the toxic like, okay, here we go. But I'm just out here having fun. Like, shout out to my squad, Faker. Everybody's right for Faker, Vanilla. But, I try to keep it cool with everybody. Like, I don't want to get to that. Other people that don't like us, whatever. But we just having fun doing what we do. Like,
Yeah.
I try not to let it get to me because at a point it was like, really messing up, like my mental health. I was like, oh man, this person this, and I'm like, oh man. So
Yeah,
right now I'm at a point where I'm like,
shit. You can't even read that shit.
right now I'm just like at the point where I'm like, hey, we're all having fun, dude. Like I'm not gonna let it get to my mental. Like it drained me for a while. Like so I had to be mentally strong. Like I had a lot of times where I'm like, man, I'm over this. Like it's kind of hard to keep it going, the content, but I'm just like,
Well,
I'm
you
just
know
trying
what
to
I find the difference is B52 is that the people who are leaving negative comments who have time to do that kind of stuff, they kind of don't have anything going on. And it's
yeah,
people who are busy and who are doing things, those are the ones that know how much time and how much effort it takes to even put out something small. Uh,
yeah,
it still takes real time. It takes, real time from the other person. Just finding out time zone differences and how things are going to work and, how you're going to communicate and stuff like that. It sometimes takes weeks. So,
yeah.
just figuring that out and putting out the best representation of what you want that person to look like, it's really important, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
you're going through it with a fine tooth comb and treating it with a lot of delicacy. So I find that the people who are leaving positive comments are really busy online. They're putting out really good content. Hellraiser guys like that. They're doing some real work, and they're doing a lot of community involvement. So
Oh yeah.
pay attention to the negative stuff because it doesn't even matter. Like
Yeah.
it's at
It's
the end,
just,
at the end, it's not even going to slow us down. Um,
mhm.
but moving on to what's coming up, um, how open are you to covering skaters from that community or other cross communities that are happening?
Before like with the skate, the first skate or the which one?
The one that's going to be coming out, the
Oh,
free to play.
I mean, I try to show love to all the new games. Like I even show, sessions. Like I've been playing sessions like a year ago. So like this 1.0 update was like really cool. Like, oh wow, they're getting their shine. Like I
Yeah.
feel like sessions they did everything that Skater Excel didn't do right.
Bro, it's a lot of people are saying Skater XL right now is kind of dying.
It really is. I mean, it's really tough. I mean, they're still gonna do it. Like, we're still gonna make clips, but the hype right now is all in sessions. But I try to show love to both games still. Like, Faker came up from Skater Excel, so I can't just like, okay, Skater Excel is over. But because
Yeah.
I'm on PC, so it's always evolving. But it's it still kind of gets stagnant at times, like the content. But I try to show love to all the new games. But yeah, for the skateboard or skate game, what are they gonna call it? It's free to play, correct? And we seen trailers first, so it looked really good. So it might just be a new, it's the next level progression where it's free to play, so everybody's gonna get their hands on it, and then it's progression of skateboarding games. We got to see. It's
I find
hype right now.
we're gonna have a really big inflation of fake skaters,
Oh yeah,
but like probably not to stay. Like they'll probably like 40% of them will stay, but like
yeah,
60% they're just gonna like create a huge fucking bubble in the first couple months, because the thing about any skate game is that you have to be involved into skate enough to know that at the end of the day, it's not about story, it's not about this, it's about like just like hitting spots and getting good film and getting
yeah.
good stills and hanging with the homies and like fucking making shit happen, figuring it out, and that's it's the self challenge. That's what any skate game at the core of its spine is really
Oh
based.
yeah.
So yeah, I do feel that there's going to be an inflation, but how are you going to battle that when that happens?
We just we got to just keep on reinventing ourselves to keep the content fresh. So
And
hey, when it comes out, I'll be like, yo, you guys got some skate clips? Hey, let us know. Like we'll see how it goes with the filming and stuff. I don't know, because I used to play skate back in the days when it was on Xbox. It was the first skate, so I didn't really record clips or posted clips. I got more serious when it was Skater Excel because I was like, wow, I got all these clips. What am I gonna do? Okay, let me start an Instagram. So that's when it started for my first profile, or yeah, on Instagram. So we'll just evolve and we'll try to see how we could just combine the games together and just put out some whatever content we can for the magazine.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds good, man. Because what else can you do, right? It's impossible to predict where we're going to be in 5 years. You
exactly. Yeah,
know, the
exactly.
question that I ask people is like, where do you see fake skate in the next 5 to 10 years? And you're like, you know, it
It's
could go anywhere from here, right? Like
yeah,
Tampa Pro last year, sponsored by Skater
yeah,
XL and
oh,
Kick
yeah,
5. Like we got that crossbreeding happening. We have you making real merch. We have Steez Energy making real merch. DGK going into the digital era. Like there's a whole bunch of cross uh,
yeah,
existence codes
yeah,
happening, and it's a really cool marriage to witness. But where it's going, it's like I don't know, man. If you just step back, like I follow the video game industry very closely as a whole, and
okay.
pay attention to what's happening right now. Every publisher is being bought out. Like
Oh yeah,
every publisher, every developer, they're all kind of being like branched under like two different umbrellas right now. And you're either owned by Microsoft in one way or form, or you're not.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah,
and I can't help but see like fake skate getting absolved in that way somehow, shape, or form because there's a real audience here, the way there's never been before.
yeah,
And now there's a place to get us.
yeah,
Where before we were scattered and we were kind of everywhere, but like
yeah.
Instagram's kind of the hub for fake skate.
It's like a gentrification. Like they're gonna try to buy.
I don't know. I mean, skaters are pretty crafty and pretty do it yourself, so we'll find a way to like fight back and whatever. But there's
They're
like, just with Skate 4 coming out as free to play, what's going to cost me? What is it that
yeah,
what is it that now you're going to be separating me and the homies apart from who like can't afford the steezy gear, who can't afford the extra this or the extra that, and now I'm
yeah.
rocking it, and all of a sudden they can't join my thing because they don't have the thing, and
Yeah,
it sucks, right? It's not where we want to go, and what
yeah,
I'm excited with seeing Session. Imagine Session with multiplayer, like proper multiplayer.
yeah. It's gonna
You
be
know,
wild.
just play skate at that point.
Yeah,
Because one of the things that's appealing about skate is the multiplayer factor, and like people can just play, put all this shit together, and then you can skate it and create little events and whatever, and you know,
yeah,
just skating with homies is beats skating by yourself anytime,
yeah, yeah,
anytime. So if soon as Session has that like 16 people per map or even 8 to start with, and then
yeah.
evolve,
That's
like
gonna be crazy. But shout out to Skater XL for doing that because the multiplayer that was like their next, what they updated. So that was kind of cool. Like we could hop on console or PC and then we could skate with other people, so we don't feel by ourselves. So they kind of did that step, like they did it good. So I'm like, I give them props for that. But we got to see what's next for them because I really don't know. Because like I said, everything like they did wrong, I guess, with no stats menu and all that session. They did all of that right and have missions and challenges. So we'll
yeah,
see where Skate XL goes after this. But and then Skate's gonna come out. But yeah, it's just it's cool to just have games we could pick from like skate games because it's all fun. Like this is like it's like a fantasy reality kind of like, oh man, like I couldn't do this in real life, but look, I can do this right here. Let me kick with backside tail slide this handrail, like who could do, it's like it's just fun, like getting our little fantasies out there, like trying to do something.
what's crazy is that like we're skating IRL is right now. It's like you can't even say things in video games are fake anymore because people are doing like Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The progression of everything is always evolving. Like skateboarding is always evolving. Like this kid from Japan, 10, 12-year-old just going down here, like, oh my gosh, like the
Yeah,
consistency
the
of
9 year old is
skateboarding.
100 or some shit like that. You're just like, or maybe he was 7. I don't know. A really young little boy did
Yeah.
900.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, right?
Everything's evolving. So that's kind of cool. Like, yeah, video games has to evolve just like, with the real skate and yeah, it's just crazy to see everything. And then they're in the Olympics now, right? Was it the past year? The skateboarders in the Olympics now, so it's always gonna be. So that's pretty cool too. Like wow, like yeah,
I mean, now you're talking globally, and some of the things that people come up with in their parts of the world, like Yeah,
Yeah.
Japanese skaters are good because like they have cobblestone, bro. That's what they skate on. So they get really, really good.
Yeah.
It's really hard to skate on cobblestone. So I mean, just like NFL players who are training at a really high altitude, it's like kind of
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? Like not to Dragon Ball Z it, but going to a hyperbolic chamber system and leveling up. So
Evolution
anybody
evolving.
anybody you want to be working with in the future or maybe collab with on the magazine and like you said, everything is evolving. So what's the next step we can expect from Faker?
I always, this year I was thinking about it too. Like, what am I gonna do next? Like, am I gonna have another another feature series? I'm just playing it as I go right now. Like with what I know, like that's what I'm gonna do. But
Yeah.
I dig like a lot of the new publications coming up. Like, they had a 4-in-1 video magazine, like Fat Boy, J Fat Boy in them, and just for me, I'm just gonna do what I do as right now, with what I know, what's been somewhat working, and then if I, think of something that comes up, like, oh, we should do this. Like, I was always thinking about like teams could do like a spot check over here, like, other teams, other brands, and it's
Yeah.
just timing. Like, my time is so like it's so hard to just talk to everybody, try to collab. It's a lot of timing, but I just play it as I go. Like, if I, feel like something's fresh, okay, let's do this. Like the other time I dropped the challenge, it was like probably during the summer. Like it got a lot of pretty good submissions and stuff. So just maybe starting a new challenge or do little giveaways, kind of just go with the flow, like however I feel.
If you could recruit one type of talent to help you out in the magazine, what kind of talent would it be?
Talent to recruit.
Something that
We
you
just
want the magazine
yeah, I
to
feel,
have that you just don't have time for. If somebody else wants
yeah.
something.
It's really more like graphics, kind of more like animations, kind of graphics, just simple like even the Thrasher just in the beginning with little flames, just like simple little animations and maybe even I mean I really did what you're doing with the podcast. Like, we've been people's been asking me about like, oh, we should do something like the Nine Club. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And then I'm just like, I really don't have the time for it to even do all I'm like, I couldn't do it. It's just so
Look,
much time.
just figuring out a time for you and I to do it, for Night Speeds and I to do it. Night Speeds is like 6 hours ahead, or something crazy like that. It's imagine getting four homies together plus the guest to like all sync up once a week. It's almost
Uh,
impossible. Like
yeah.
the Nine Club works because they all live there,
Yeah, yeah, I think that yeah, that's there.
right?
Yeah.
They're all on the same sleep schedule. And I think like
LA now, yeah.
right, that's what makes the biggest difference is like you got to be on the same sleep schedule if you're going to make something happen. Because it's really funny you bring that up, because I was thinking about it just before we went live and I was just like, man, there's so many people I've already spoken to that I would love to just like put some, somebody even DM me was like, oh hey, like your own kind of nine club. I'm like, I wish we can do that one day, but just seeing how hard it is to get people on the same schedule, it's really, really hard. So like right now, this is the best that I can come up with. In the
Yeah.
future, maybe if we can do like panels plus a guest, whatever, every once in a while, that'd
Uh,
be a lot of fun too, because the more the merrier.
yeah.
Especially people that are involved in the community, they know what's up, they know what's going on. So, it'd be really cool to like look at clips once a week and talk about them
Mhm.
and do like
Yeah.
LD's clip of the week or some shit like that,
Yeah.
shit like that. But like you said, man,
Yeah.
it's so much time and it's so hard to just
Exactly.
put together. So yeah, I feel you, man. I totally feel you.
It's really tough. Yeah.
If you had advice for anybody, just off from the closing statements here, if you had advice for anybody who wanted to get into this, um, you know, uh, if even fake skate magazine or just clips or something, what kind of advice would you give them?
This is really cliche. You're probably gonna hear it over and over. It's just have fun. Like, like I came into there just like I just wanted to share clips. Like, hey, look, I got this, cool clip right here. Let's get in this rail. So just don't try to make it too much of like a job. Just like, just make sure you're having fun. Put your little clips out and just make sure it's good. Make sure it's good and just it's watchable. But just have fun with it and just get involved and talk to people in the community. And it could probably lead you to somewhere else. Like, oh, you're pretty good here, and then you'll probably get sponsored and right for a fake skate brand, and you have your little click right here. So just don't take it too seriously. Kind of just have fun with it, and it'll eventually evolve. Like things will probably work out for you down the line. So the more you grind, like I was grinding super hard in the beginning. I had to like, be out there like, yo, check it out, check it out. Because I knew one day it was going to be like kind of just, riding his own way. But in the beginning, just kind of go hard at it and, send links to people. Some people don't like it, but sometimes like, oh, nice. And then you kind of just evolve. So just really be in touch with the community, like really talk to everybody. Because yeah, we're just what now we could just talk on the phone and just message someone, like it's so instant. Like it's like I said, it was like worldwide thing. Like this fake skate thing is super worldwide. It's literally, everybody from different continents. Literally, you talk to somebody from Asia and then Europe. You would never talk to them like, if you didn't have this. Someone from Brazil, you like, so it's really cool. Like it's a worldwide thing, like fake skate. So it's really cool. Just have fun with it and talk to a lot of people, and then eventually you'll land somewhere or, on a team somewhere. And just have your own wave and, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Also on that, I just want to say, like, don't be scared to reach out to people because they're literally doing the same thing that you're wanting to do. And
Yeah.
everybody starts somewhere. So it doesn't matter who, what kind of stardom you think they have. If they're like big or busy or they're too steezy to approach or whatever. They don't think that way, man. Everybody in this community is really cool. So
Yeah.
like reach out, just say what's up. Let them know that you're admiring what they do and you want to learn how to do it. And people are more than willing to
Yeah.
teach them.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
it's an exciting thing anytime that we can pass on knowledge. We
Yeah. Exactly.
we don't
Uh-huh.
pass that opportunity up. We like to pass it on, right? Because it takes a
Yeah.
require. It's a waste.
Yep.
Um, B man, it was a real pleasure to talk to you, dude. You're really
Thanks for having me.
um
Thanks for having me.
you had you're a grinder, man. You can tell you put a lot of work into this just to have real merch available and let people know where they can catch you at.
Oh yeah, just on the Instagram, Faker Skateboarding Magazine. It's right there. We're on YouTube, Faker Skateboarding Magazine. We're on Facebook, Faker Skateboarding Magazine. And then I got Faker Skateboards, Faker Wheels. I was all on Instagram, Faker Grip Tape, Faker Trucks, and Vanilla Skate Company. Um, I didn't really want to start all these brands. It kind of just evolved. So
Yeah,
everybody's like Faker, Faker, but everybody was just making all these gears for me. I'm like, wow, that's a nice grip tape. So, excuse me, it just all evolved. So I didn't want to just oversaturate the market with all Faker, but it just evolved, and that's how it played out. But it's all on Instagram. That's how it all started. And then we're out here. We're out here still just trying to put out content, and shout out to everybody. Just holding it down for fake skate. It's all for the love, having fun.
that's a beautiful
Just don't take it too seriously. It's all love, man.
I
We're
can
out here.
I can see someone real in IRL one time just like being sponsored by Faker because they're rocking your real gear. And I think when stuff like that happens, like way more than just DGKs are going to start paying attention to digital skate and fake skate and realize like there's a way bigger influence on a community that you can speak to and reach out to personally
Yeah.
versus those that you just see on TV and will
Oh yeah.
probably never speak to you.
Yeah.
There's way bigger impact from people like you. So I just want to say thank you so much for all the work that you put into it, and you can tell that there's love behind everything you do, man, because it's quality.
Thank,
It's real,
thank you. I appreciate that.
and it was really exciting to have you on the show, bro. I thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, man. Thank you for reaching out, man. Good luck to you too, man. You're doing a great job right now. I've seen a couple episodes, and you're on the way right now, bro.
Thank
So
you.
congrats to you, man. I appreciate that. You're taking your time, just like how we started. We all had to take our time, so you're coming up, man. So shout out to you, man. That's a good thing. You're on the way, man.
So
It's
much.
looking good.
I really appreciate that because I'm starting to get a taste of how much work is actually involved. And so I'm really appreciating everybody that it can afford the time to just talk to me and help me
That's cool.
out. It's pretty crazy. So,
Awesome.
but yeah, bro, thank you so much, man. I just wanted to say anytime you wanted to come back on the show, you got something you want to talk about, we fucking shoot the shit anytime, man. We got the nitty gritty out of the way. So next time we can just kick it. And,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
No
was a
problem.
I was a photography student, so I can talk photos forever, man. And
Oh yes, yeah,
the one thing that I appreciate about your magazine is that you just don't put out shots like they're shot like the way you would shoot skating.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's I think really important that you go into that kind of level of detail because it means more than just putting stuff out there for people and just
Oh
getting.
yeah, yeah. That's funny you brought that up because in high school I did do photography, like black and white. Like you have to actually the negatives, you have to develop yourselves in a black room. I used to take skate photos. Yeah, that's a whole. Maybe I want to do a photo issue. I actually wanted to do that a while back, but
Yeah, man.
you know,
That
that'll
doesn't
be
surprise me because everybody I've spoken to mimics what they do in real life in fake skate. Everybody,
yeah,
every
yeah,
single person, what they do as their job or their personal thing, that's what they're doing in fake skate. It doesn't surprise me that you were developing real film in black and white in a dark room like a no.
man,
And like
yeah,
it shows though, it shows in the way you shoot. It shows that you understand composition and lighting and
yeah,
and all those things that when you're taking a shot, it's just not something in the middle like
exactly, yeah.
what you're doing. And
It's
that's
a
cool, man.
it's just another like creative way we could express our photography or art, whatever we call it nowadays. But it's just whatever we learn, we kind of just put it all into fake skate. Exactly, we learn how to edit a little. Okay, let's edit for video, photos.
There's a lot
There's
of
all,
apps right now that you can get on your phone. Maybe this is an idea that you can develop with you and the homies later on, but maybe once a year you can do a physical issue.
oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
because there's apps that you can just throw on JPEGs or GIFs
yeah.
or whatever, and they just print it and send it. And
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
it's
I
not.
thought about that a while back too. I was like, man, there's more work, more work.
Yeah, I
It
know, I
was,
know. It's actually
it's so
something
much
that I did
fun.
for my
Yeah.
son, for like my nephew's birthdays, my son's birthday, Christmas.
Oh,
We actually like make a whole book and we give it to people in the family.
oh yeah, that's cool though. Yeah.
Because most of the photos are on the phone already. It's just a matter of like selecting them and just, but yeah, bro, more work. Because people are telling me, like, they're like, do clips, make shorts, do commercial. I'm just like, more work, man.
That's cool though. Yeah, I was thinking a photo issue would be kind of cool, but yeah, in real life one too. I'm like, oh man, this is more work, more work. But it would be really cool to come out
It's
like,
like once a year, not every month,
yeah,
like that.
like a special, like yeah, a little special. That's cool though. Yeah.
If people can order it, I would order a yearly Faker magazine issue. Absolutely, I would.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, like a special edition one, just one boom. Maybe yeah, to highlight it all.
Maybe with all the interviews that you collected throughout the year, whatever, some of the best shots, whoever
Oh,
won Chick of the Year or Skater of the Year, have those shots, and that's it. Fucking boom, done. Mail it.
there it is. All right, what we'll talk later. You coming out of ideas,
Giving
man.
this guy more work.
No, that's all good. No, you read my mind a lot though, but I've been thinking about. But that's cool though. Yeah, I like that idea. That sounds really good though. But
That's sick, bro.
the ideas are endless, and if we could do it to real life, it'll be that right there. And
Well,
yeah,
if
that's
somebody
cool.
has
I
a
feel like
connect with a printing house and knows how to make it easy and accessible for you, fucking reach out, man. Reach out to Faker Skateboards,
yeah, there it is.
and they'll figure it out with y'all because that's
Yeah,
fucking.
it's a collective. It's a collective.
All right, bro. Thank you so much. Cheers to that, man. Cheers.
And chairs, coffee chairs. We're in the morning right here, but
Absolutely.
thank,
I really appreciate your time. You're one radical fucking dude, man. And
thank you,
appreciate
thank you.
everything, man. I hope to see you again in the future and
Yeah,
really looking forward to some of the stuff that you come out with, bro.
cool, man. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime, only peace.
Thank you. Peace.
We'll end the recording there, my man.
For sure.